We tip it off from the Yum Center. And Taj Roberts and Louisville leading 10 on the shot clock. Inside to Hardy. 6 now. Ziegler left open for 3. A stumble from Duke somewhere along the way to have a chance for a share at the ACC regular season title. But that right there, Kelly, that's just beautiful basketball. Now Florida State has had a bad habit a couple of times this season of getting in holes early. The good news is they fought their way out of it to make it close, but just haven't been able to get enough wins. And that shot, Roberts getting to the free throw line, back out to Ziegler. Probably would have had a 3 if she'd wanted it and caught it, but instead, well, that option will do. Hardy has her first 2.
Level so far. Hit a 3, Ziegler a bit in the mid-range, and then that layup.
Said that Soleil Williams needed to bring her A game tonight. She has the first points on the board for the Seminoles. Soleil now leading the break for the Seminoles. Going to take it all the way in with that preferred left hand. She has all 5 of their points.
And that's why we talked about her in the open, Jen. She does so much for Florida State, but on a quick angle, she can get to the rim basically whenever she wants, wherever she is on the floor. She's a threat to go score at the rim.
Oh, good touch pass from Ziegler to set up Hardy. Yeah, you know, you always hear about great shooting can be a zone buster, but great passing can as well. How about some shot blocking on the other end?
When you're playing a zone, Louisville, 3 offensive rebounds already.
Scott's been so good coming off the bench for Louisville this season. They need a shot, and Roberts delivers. Great crowds they get here at the Yum Center. You know what an advantage that is. 4 on the shot clock. Good defense by the Seminoles. They get the steal, and it is the freshman, Mari Girton. Duke getting a 3 seed in that top 16 reveal. Blue Devils certainly taking care of business, unbeaten in ACC play. That matchup with Louisville, a monster one. Will we see it again in the ACC tournament? I think we all hope so. Mari Berry into the game, passed it back up. And another offensive rebound. I mean, it has rarely been a single shot possession, and that is a wide open look for Randolph.
She's got 7, 5, and 4.
I think we are.
The first quarter isn't even over. She's so aware.
Who's going to have the hot hand? Could be any of them. Turnaround from Bowles is good, and the foul.
Sydney Bowles getting in the lane. Good poise to not go up initially.
A long time. And this is a Florida State team last year, Kelly. This is how quickly things can change. Finished top 4 in the ACC, led the nation in scoring. A lot of new pieces this year, including Kubek, the grad transfer from Maryland. 16 straight 20-win seasons. A minimum of 12 ACC wins every year the Cardinals have been in the ACC. And look at that precision on the break of Burgwyckoff's hometown by the Seminoles when she was coming out of high school.
Good pass by Mari Girton, the true freshman, also from Cincinnati, went to the same high school in Cincinnati. She had a 15 chain, it was a whole thing.
Said her brother wore number 15. Good block by Kubek. 6 on the shot clock. Shavers got deep. Kubek cleans it up. Trailing by 5. Berry. Don't get much more open than that. She drains it.
And Mari Berry is a special talent coming off the bench, still coming off the bench, still learning, but Jeff Walz thinks she can become a really special player at Louisville.
Shavers used the shot fake, got past Berry once, but not twice. Seminoles have gone over 2 minutes without a point, and Reyna Scott has her first points now for Louisville. Everybody getting in on the act, as they so often do for the Cards.
Louisville is sharing the basketball. They have 10 assists so far on 10 made field goals. Ziegler, cross-court pass to Reyna Scott. She knocked
the ACC, as it always is. Hard to believe we are in that stretch now. Good block. Going until mid-December. That's tough as a freshman. You're thrown right into conference play, basically. Good looking 3 there from Tatum Green. Just a 27.5% three-point shooter. And Mbugua. That's a pretty looking shot.
And Mbugua keeping the defense honest. I thought she was going to go high-low inside to Ziegler.
That one wasn't called. She crosses over. Nice dish at the end. Treadwell, though, just hammered. Mentioned Florida State, number 2 in the ACC, and made threes per game. They average about 8.5. They need a few of those. And then Barry saw an opening and took advantage.
It's so hard in help side. Jeff Walz was talking about her upside. She may be the most talented player on this team, and she has 2 more years, including the rest of this year, to continue to develop under Jeff Walz.
5 seconds left. Florida State wanting a finish. Green blocked. No doubt about that one.
For Louisville in the first half. Mbugua using that length was all over it. Louisville holding Florida State,
which tied a season high, not for a half, but for a game. All right, Ziegler, starting off the second half with a bang.
Right on cue. If she's trying to get a triple-double, she's got 8 rebounds, 5 assists.
Meanwhile, how does Soleil Williams get going again for Florida State? She's trying that here, looking for the assist, and it was a pretty one to Kubek for Florida State.
And Coach Wyckoff starting her in the second half because of that effect she had in the first half.
And Kubek has scored for Louisville. Ziegler was the leading scorer in the first half with 7. As you mentioned, she's now in double digits, make it 12. Excuse me, 6 rebounds to go along with 11 points for Kubek. Roberts with the steal, turns it into 2.
Creating easy looks for herself. The defenses in the ACC have really started to hone in on Taj Roberts. She's number 1 on the scouting report. She's their leading scorer. When she started the first half, was 1 for 7, I believe, in the first half.
How did that play get Randolph so open on the inside?
And Louisville just being aware. I think caught Florida State sleeping. Tatum Green wasn't ready for Louisville. McKinley Randolph, Taj Roberts, Anaya Hardy, Imani Barry. That is the core group for Louisville right now. They're young. They played a lot last year, took some lumps, but now you're seeing that experience pay off for the Cards.
Treadwell able to get some points off the offensive glass for Florida State. Nobody stopping the basketball as Reyna Scott takes it in for 2. It's been a bit of a different year, as that's a nice looking 3 for Shavers for Louisville.
Building it into one of the best programs in the country. And that's what I mean with these sophomores. You can tell that they understand Jeff Walz's culture. They understand what's expected of them. And we talk about some of those sophomores for Louisville. Great pass for Reyna Scott inside to Istanbulolu. We used to see that a lot in college basketball, but we're seeing it here in Louisville for sure.
Kubek just willed her way into the basket.
They all came here as freshmen. Louisville didn't have a tough year last year. They still won 20 games because they're Louisville, but they stuck through that year, and now I think this team has a chance to do something special. And rebounding the ball in the second half. Didn't play as much in the first half, but making the most of the second half minutes.
Picture perfect. Istanbulolu to Ziegler inside the crowd.
Here in the red and black.
Team had never been to a Sweet 16 before he took over. As Girton scores her first points, and I heard some extra cheers in the crowd from that Cincinnati, Ohio native. But Louisville, last season you mentioned, finishing tied for 4th in the conference. We're a 6th seed in the ACC tournament, as that got every bit of in before going in.
Frankly, Jen, I think if this season ends in the Sweet 16 for Louisville, that would be a bit of a disappointment just because of how good I think this team can be.
Istanbulolu just padding the stats now. She knew that 3-point attempt was off. She got her own rebound, put it in for 2.
Is one of those players that has improved so much under Jeff Walz. I think she should be in the discussion for ACC Most Improved Player this season.
So smooth. Roberts.
6th Player of the Year. Now, Dana Evans is one of the great players in Louisville history. After winning 6th Player of the Year, she became the first ACC player and still the only to go on to win ACC Player of the Year.
Istanbulolu, oddly 0 for 4 from the free throw line. 1 blemish in the score line, and got a 10-second difference in this game clock in the 3rd quarter to the shot clock, and Barry doesn't need any more than that.
For sophomores for the Cards, Imani Barry seeing what she had, jab step. March 1st, the last day of the regular season. And then if we're really lucky as basketball fans, Jen, we'll see them play again in the ACC tournament. Duke does hold all the cards. If they win out, if they go undefeated, they win the ACC and get that #1 seed. But if they lose, they have North Carolina again, they still have NC State, then there could be a situation where Louisville and Duke share the regular season title. Still unlikely on their overall resume. I still think there's a slim chance. If Louisville wins out, wins the ACC, and does it in dominating fashion, we could see them with a 1 by their name.
Junior from Perth, Australia. Just got that handed right to her.
JUCO player in the nation a couple years ago. And Brooke Wyckoff, known for her ability to work with post players. If she can continue to develop under Coach Wyckoff, I think she could be.
How you have to recruit players now and what it looks like going through the portal, or how many freshmen you're going to try to bring in. And it's different. Everybody knows that. And that's a beautiful looking 3 from Soleil Williams. She's been a great pickup. But Brooke talked about the challenge of getting players to understand a system when it's just 1 year that you have them, and how challenging that is. Williams looking for back-to-back, you betcha! Well, Shaver's got a hand on it, but couldn't quite take it away from the Cardinals. Randolph faked it. And the friendly roll gets it to go. One of the top scoring benches in the country. #1 in the ACC, #2 in the NCAA. Over 35 points per game from the bench. Mbugua hit her first 2 shots of the night. Oh, she's got the range.
You can tell she has a lot of potential. Jeff Walz working with her this summer, this offseason, and Mbugua is going to be a player to watch.
On the fast break.
They just keep coming, Jen. They have so many different pieces to throw at you. A 10-0 run for the Cardinal basketball.
Reagan Bender, sophomore from Louisville, Kentucky, on the floor. And the rebound put in by Mbugua. Yehenya Putra, freshman out of the Ukraine, with it now for Louisville. All the crowd wants it. I won't quite get it. Bender played at Sacred Heart High School in Louisville. Shavers gets the 2 on the break for Florida State.
And she can shoot it, Jen. She had 9 points.
Look at individual potential for that young player. It's going to be fun to see how she develops. That's not easy to do. Go up and over the length and the jumping ability of Anaya Hardy.
But she does a really good job of getting that ball over taller defenders and being able to score.
19 points for Soleil Williams tonight. Ooh, that was likely not intentional.
Was fine after that putback, and just shows the level of athleticism to recover after being under with Jeff Walz, and has a few more years to go here at Louisville.
Kubak rattles in the 3. And here's what I want to know, Kelly.
You and I are going to will it into existence.
We are.
The more we talk about it, the more it's going to happen. I believe in us. And dunk it with 2 hands and warm up. So I'm not even sure she really needs a fast break to throw down a dunk at some point.
Some points late for Shavers, her 2nd triple of the night.
They did, Jen, and they're just so deep. You look at all the different players, 5 in double figures. You also had Randolph with 9. I mean, they have so many different pieces that can beat you. And when they all play well on a given night, I think they can beat almost anybody in the country.
Hardy good again, and conference wins. Tough to get one on the road. I mean, you look at Soleil Williams, player you highlighted. She had a good night, but just not enough against what is a great Louisville team.